lizard folk. Anything you all would like to do?
Yeah, what's in this room? Same stuff?
Yep. This one's more storage. So
We
the
want to
adjoining
take
room
any
is
of it
storage.
with us?
I mean, I don't think we
see-
should loot it, given that the farmer is outside.
Oh, but we just rid his stable of.
Yeah, I think there should be a
several-
negotiation of some kind.
So how do we know what to negotiate if we don't toss their stuff?
I'm starting to get an idea of what kind of god you're a cleric for.
One of the really
The god
awesome
of
ones.
pragmatism. A god who
Possession is 9/10 of the god. You are free to do whatever you want because this is a game that we create together with our imagination.
However, in that sense,
Asterisk.
Then the camera slowly pans over to those tracks leading to the wilderness.
Yeah. Asterisk. You're all bad people.
Fine.
You can do whatever you want.
Nah,
Well, let's
stuff
go
Doesn't look that good.
Get into that hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
See, you've redirected me successfully, so I'm out of it right now. Hand? What hand? Wait, where are you guys? Where's my group?
yes,
Okay.
hand, not stable hand.
Yes. Yeah. Go back.
focus on the hand, people. Krong, do you want to do anything? Etheline, you're all set?
All right, let's follow these tracks, guys.
All right.
Yeah.
I just learned
we-
how to follow tracks really well.
Should we
But
tell the
we have a
farmer
ranger.
that everything's fine?
Yeah,
apart from
I would
one
wave-
dead person.
I would wave him in before we go and say, we think it's safe now. There's nobody in here. We killed the lizard people, and see what he
Do you wanna
says
move
and
the
before we go
bodies
off.
for him?
Well, he can dine on lizard for days now.
Our deepest sympathies for your tragic loss.
Wanna
Wow.
Move any of the bodies?
It still
P.S.
sounds creepy coming out of me. I'm sorry for that. I'm very sincere.
Real sincerity.
I mean, we have people who can easily like pick up and just stack the bodies outside the door if they wanted to.
I mean, like, have you tried lizard teriyaki? It's quite nice.
It's a little stringy.
Well, I mean, we are, this is the whole thing is flesh eating, so I feel.
So
These
will
ones
you
were
the
killed
flesh
by
of the
Sacred
lizard
Flame.
Mhm.
people? Some of them
Yeah,
are
that
Thank
makes
you.
them taste
Toasted.
extra nice.
A lot of them had fear in them before they died. That makes them.
It's a
Something.
little tangy.
quant
Yeah.
flavor. Yes.
Some of them were.
All right, so you let
You guys know we're supposed to be against the cannibals, right? Like,
Yeah.
Dramatically, we're the anti-cannibal team.
Mm.
Well,
So you let Gambus know that the stable is still safe, though kind of, full of corpses.
Yeah.
You're welcome. And he seems like, okay, I think I might go back to Whitesparrow for a while anyway. This place is giving me the willies.
Just gonna leave your horses here unattended and unprotected, huh?
Oh God,
I mean,
Actually,
maybe
I should gather my horses.
we could have had horses there.
Just 8.
All right, what next?
Yeah, I mean, we can.
Into the
If you
woods.
want me to track them into
Into
the
the
woods?
woods.
All
Yeah, and I
right.
looked it up, and it is a survival check. So
In this adventure, it said finding the tracks was a investigation track.
oh,
So,
interesting. I mean, that's perfectly fine. I managed to do it.
Maybe
but yeah,
finding the
so-
tracks, investigation, following the tracks, survival.
that makes sense. That does
All
make
right.
good sense. Yeah. So, and because the forest is my favored terrain, difficult terrain does not slow us down, which is pretty cool. We cannot become lost except by magical means.
Mhm.
Even if I'm engaged in another activity while traveling, such as tracking, I still remain alert to danger, so it doesn't distract me. And if I need to forage for some reason, I will find twice as much food as anybody else normally would. And if I'm tracking other creatures, I learn their exact number, sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area. So my first question as we set out is, are all of the tracks coming toward the farm, or did any also turn around and go back?
All right. So Etheline leads the way into the forest. Etheline, there is a relatively, with your fine-honed ranger senses, set of 5 lizard folk tracks headed toward the farm and none returning. So you are tracking the tracks back to the source.
Okay.
So You travel for more than an hour through relatively dense forest. This would be hard going if you were not led by a well-trained ranger who finds the best path through the wilderness, creeping over rocks and trees and whatnot. It is dense forest. And then after traveling for several miles over an hour, the forest gives way for less favored terrain. You find yourself at the edge of a swamp.
This is
large
not
swamp.
my favorite terrain, I grumpily say.
We've
Yeah.
had a stable hand and we've had a fire swamp.
Would you like to roll survival to continue to track the tracks into the swamp?
Can I assist with that?
Yeah, you can.
Ah, nice.
I am a scout rogue, it has turned out.
Ooh. Wow, and I'm a ranger that's a criminal.
Awesome. We're not so different, you and I.
You're the perfect team.
Yeah, I guess so. Although I don't trust very, very quickly and easily, since this is our first time out together. Well, I'm not sure, but
I get
we'll
it.
get
People have a hard time warming up to me because I am a giant monster and kill things.
I just have a hard time warming up to anybody because people are mean about my height. All right.
And we
You
all
seem
kill
about the
things.
same height as all these other shorties.
That's the nicest thing anybody said to me. I'm warming up.
Ooh, character development. Hear that, everybody? A story
I didn't-
podcast.
I didn't do super great at my survival check. I think I was distracted by these I'm unaccustomed to these warm feelings in my heart. So I only got
for
a
dumplings.
I only got a 9. But what does the help do?
I believe help gives you advantage. You can
Advantage?
roll
Okay,
again.
good. That's good. Oh, that's worse.
Oh.
So, uh-oh.
There you go.
That is not good. You are unfortunately you think you lose the trail at some point.
I
Etheline.
hate swamps. This is new canon. Etheline hates swamps.
You lose the trail at several points and you kind of are sloshing around in circles in the swamp. Everyone is unfortunately, as you kind of toil away in the swamp, takes a degree of exhaustion. I don't know if we have had that come up in this before. Exhaustion, it's not great. This is just the first level of exhaustion. It can get worse. But basically you are just trudging through the swamps and it is really dreary. Let's see what happens for exhaustion specifically. Level 1 of exhaustion. You have disadvantage on ability checks. So you were all just kind of tired and there's probably like mosquitoes biting at you and it's not great.
Oh my God, the flesh eaters.
Yeah. See? Works on multiple levels. Let's see. The only way to get rid of exhaustion is to finish a long rest, it looks like, or other magical effects. Okay.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, so it is
just
rough
lost.
going. Eventually you arrive at a bit of a clearing. There's kind of a strange landmark here in the swamp. There are a pair of giant trees that have kind of twisted together to form like an arch. They go up and then together, and lying in kind of a strange circle around one of the trees is a set of lizard folk bodies staked to the ground.
The
Staked
bodies
in the same way as the farmhand.
Seems similar.
Do they have the symbols drawn on them like the farmhand did?
You could move forward and inspect them.
I would love to.
All right.
Okay. I that's what I'm doing. Let me go look at
I'm drawing my bow just in case.
All right.
Oh, that's a good idea. Maybe I should draw my little crossbow too. I don't think the mace would be useful. Okay. So I'm gonna go trot over. Let me zoom this up so I can see. Ooh, wow. I'm having a hard time getting a handle on my character here. Where did they go?
They're should be in the top left corner of the screen.
Oh, there she is. Okay. Yes. All right, let me move her. She goes over to look. Yeah, I'd like to go take a look at the bodies, and I'm gonna look for the marks.
All right.
Staked out in the
Give
same
me a
way as
quick.
before.
Give me a medicine check.
A medicine check. Okay, so I get +5 on that. Oh, not great. Just a 6.
Yeah, they look dead. real dead.
That's not useful.
They look like they're dead. They do look like they've been cut open, and that probably that killed them.
No, so can I actually see if there's any symbols on them, or do?
Does look like something's been painted on them with blood.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and transcribe those onto the parchment I keep with
Okay.
me. And I'd
Would
like
it-
to see, do they match the symbols that I transcribed onto the parchment back in the
If they are not the same, they are extremely similar.
But they're extreme. Okay. All right. So what we've established is that these bodies are probably being sacrificed the same way. As I go around and take a look at them, how freshly dead are they, or how?
I would say, unfortunately, you rolled pretty low. You're not sure. Maybe
Sure.
maybe a little while.
Cool Cat
Probably not fresh.
says, "Out of the way. Let me see if I can figure out these dead bodies."
Oh, Cool Cat.
Medicine check.
Cool Cat DM. Go.
Cool Cat.
MD.
Is that with a
Sorry, MG. Sorry.
is that with a disadvantage though because we're exhausted?
Yeah, disadvantage. You're exhausted.
Okay, Cool
Out
Cat.
of the way, he says sleepily and sweatily.
Yes.
Oh, God. Cool Cat, after he's been walking around in the swamp for an hour, is not going to smell good.
Lisa, you do have a cantrip that can counteract this disadvantage. If you gave us guidance every time we were going to do a
Okay. Thank
ability
Don't-
check.
Don't do that for Cool Cat because he sucks and he got a 2.
Okay.
I'll
Cool
do
Cat.
that I'll do it for anybody else who wants it, though. Let me know.
Cool Cat, they look dead.
And
would it-
Cool Cat's like, "Let me out of my way. Let me check it out." Whoa, yeah, they are dead. Oh.
So
Uh,
the symbols
are
written,
Real
the
dead.
symbols painted on these lizard folk are the same symbols that were painted on that stable boy.
No, they're
Mm.
just similar, apparently.
But
Very similar, if not the same.
would
okay, but what I'm trying to get at is that it sounds likely that the lizard folk we just killed were weird cultists that are killing first their own people and then stable boys. So we definitely can get rid of any lizard folk cultists we see. Also, it seems like lizard folk become cultists real easily. Every time you see a lizard folk, they're in a cult.
They're very impressionable.
Mm.
So, Tony, I have an Arcana.
Mm-hmm.
I have expertise in Arcana. Can I use that at all?
Yeah, roll and see if there's anything arcane going on.
Okay.
Can you use guidance on yourself?
I don't know.
15.
I believe so.
I rolled a 15.
All right, you kind of study the clearing and the lizard bodies. There does not seem to be anything magical going on here.
Okay.
So,
all right.
though
Well,
this is, there is obviously some overlap between magic and religion, but this is not here, not in this clearing.
would a history check be of interest on the symbols?
You're welcome to do whatever you want.
Can I have some guidance from the guidance giver?
All right. Here you go.
Guidance counselor.
Thank you.
All right. There we go.
Well, it was useless because I rolled a 5.
All right. This
Yeah,
seems
too.
this seems like something that will go down in the books, no doubt. If you write the books of them.
Well,
We are quite tired.
I could roll a history check. I have that too.
You're free to make whatever checks you want. You'll learn different things if you're
I
good at them.
do, and I got 16.
All
Cool
right.
Cat has gone to the edge of this clearing and has curled up like a cat would do, and
In the swamp.
is trying to take
Trying to take a cat nap.
trying to take a cat nap on
Cool
the
cat
driest part he can find.
He is a cat of unusual size.
So,
All right,
Mhm.
Gwendale, you're thinking about the history of this and thinking, and you know that that there are a variety of lizard folk that live in this swamp near Whitesparrow. You've heard about them, the history of them,
Mhm.
and sometimes they have very peaceful, sometimes a little bit challenging relationships with the predominantly human people of Whitesparrow. But it is very unusual for them, and they seem to be fighting amongst themselves here.
Mhm.
There are a variety of tribes, and they do occasionally kind of like fight for power and territory and whatnot. But this seems particularly brutal and unique. And I'm going to even say that you would know that the kind of largest nearby tribe to this in this part of the swamp, it's what's called the Gray Tree, GrayTrees tribe of lizard people.
Okay, so maybe what I will do is suggest to the party that we try to find the tribe and talk to them to see what they have to say about this whole thing. What do they know about it?
And
Absolutely. Diplomacy.
Maybe
And
they have some kind of hotel that we can stay at as well.
Etheline, it does also seem like the tracks continue into the swamp from here as well. And in fact, it looks like perhaps people came and went from this space. The tracks are easier to see because they seem to have a decent amount of gore mixed in with your standard footprints.
Okay. Can I make a survival check to see if I notice anything specific about like how many people have been coming and going?
Sure.
That sort of thing. All right. See if I do better this time. Man, we are just sucking with the dice rolls tonight. That's a 10.
Seems like, a small group of people have been coming and going.
Lizard folk have been coming and going. And
Yeah.
I point.
You find
Yeah, they live here.
Yeah. There's kind of
Oh,
a
right.
cook fire campsite a short walk from these bodies to the east.
And I see a campfire over there. Should we check it out?
Yes. We check
All
it
right.
out.
All right. Inspecting the campfire. It's cold. It doesn't look like anyone's been here for a little while, but there is kind of the charred. It looks like somebody was eating flesh or organs cooked on this little cook fire, and there's lots of kind of bloody footprints going back and forth. There's also some strange marks kind of carved or painted into some of the trees by the cook fire.
Like to see if we can match those to the marks that we've seen on the
Sure.
bodies. Can we do that?
Yeah, somebody want to give me an investigation check?
All right. Why don't I give you an investigation check? It's not going to be terribly impressive, but here we go. 5.
So I will share an image of the markings with you. There seems to be this kind of strange three. Can you all see that?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, like 3-fingered claw mark into the tree. And there were some of the lizards and the sable hands had a symbol like that painted on them with blood. Also, now that you think about it, the lizards that you fought had a symbol like that carved into their foreheads.
The whole painting with blood and carving into your own forehead doesn't suggest a sort of rational group that we're dealing with here.
They're just tattoos, man. It's whatever century it is here in this amazing fantasy universe. Get with the times.
They're
It's just
branded
a really
remarkably consistent.
deep tattoo.
Okay, so we've established.
Not easy to tattoo a lizard folk. The scales just flush the ink out.
Okay, so we've seen that.
What else would you like to do around
I would like to investigate the campfire, see how long it's been since it has been used. Like
All right.
checking, the temperature of the ashes and
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
Roll me whatever you think is relevant to that.
Nature? That's
Do
not
it.
really nature. I don't know.
I don't know. Intelligence. in
Maybe
general,
investigation
Yeah, I don't know.
or
Maybe
survival, maybe.
Any of those is fine.
Well,
Everything
if I
okay,
rolled
Tony?
away-
I don't know.
21 on I did survival.
That's great. It feels like it's probably been cold for about a day.
Okay, it's been at least a day since
And
this
the,
penguin's been here.
I'm gonna say even you also like the bits of meat that are kind of scattered around the cook fire. They don't smell great. You think they might be a couple days old.
Can I make a medicine check to see if I know? Oh, you know what?
Sure.
I forgot to do that with disadvantage. Can I just assume that
Yeah.
Gwendolyn gave me guidance? So yeah. Again, yeah, I got a 10 on a medicine check. What kind of meat? Do I know what this is, or is it just charred meat?
It's lizard meat.
So
Lizard
it's
meat
not
or
the
lizard
same
people
meat as the
meat?
people they killed.
It is lizard people meat.
I drop it.
So we've
Um,
established that
Do lizard people ordinarily eat lizard people, or for that matter, humans? Do I need to roll to know that?
Yeah, give me a nature check.
Oh, good. I've never done a nature check.
Probably you're secretly great at it.
I actually am once I became a scout. I rolled a 9.
You're not sure. You're not sure, Kron.
Uh,
You wish you had paid better attention on Lizard Day at Scout School.
I will have the panda scan the meat for appropriate DNA But I will call that a nature check as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's a tricorder, and you know it.
Yeah.
I rolled a 19.
Pascal reports to you, like a little ticker tape pops out of the top of his head, and he gives you a lengthy report that suggests that this meat is about 4 days old, that it is the same composition as the corpses that were around the large tree a short walk away, and that it is very unusual for lizard folk to kill and eat their own kind.
Pascalpedia, very useful.
All right. Give me a quick perception check, anybody.
Okay. For no reason whatsoever.
No reason.
So do we have disadvantage on this?
Oh,
Because, yeah.
Exhaustion.
3.
Krong, you're just thinking about that day in scout school where you were supposed to learn about lizards.
I got a 16.
11.
All right. Samson, Jason, are you still here? Are you doing tech stuff? Jason?
No, I have disadvantage, and I got 11.
All right.
Oh, Tony, you should probably turn your video off and back on.
Really?
Just 'cause
Okay.
You swap places with Lisa.
Oh no, it's true. Yay, that's better.
I'm sorry. Zoom kicked me off. So.
Nope. Okay. It's all good. Samson, you are the only one to hear. You hear some rustling in the swamp coming, sounds like from the south.
Okay, well, I shall inform everyone of this rustling, but I will not immediately attack it.
All right.
Hello, who is in those bushes?
All right, Krong, you call out to the bushes. About 10 lizard folk armed with spears appear out of the swamp to the south.
Do they have anything on their foreheads?
They do not.
I lower my weapon.
10
And
more
my
lizard
panda.
folk appear from the swamp to the north. You seem to be surrounded by approximately 20 lizard folk armed with spears looking at you with a concerned look.
I'm going to recommend diplomacy.
Yeah, can I do persuasion? With
Let
Yeah,
me
these?
you're
ask
our
you-
face.
You're a
Talk to him,
bard.
cool
Face.
cat.
Yeah.
Cool
Tell
Cat,
them
what
violence is bad.
Cool Cat, what languages do you speak?
Oh no.
Friendship.
Yeah,
Love.
you're far.
Common and
Okay.
celestial.
Celestial? Wow, and we didn't take you on that one adventure with Celestials on it. This is a good all right, what languages do other people speak?
Dwarvish and Gnomish and Common.
Common, Goblin, and Thieves' Cant. I will give
Ooh.
Thieves' Cant a try. Maybe they speak the universal language of criminals.
I can also
Uh-huh.
speak to animals. Do they
Nope.
count as animals?
No.
Nope.
They're lizard people. It's right there in their name.
I
Yep.
speak Common, Elvish, Goblin, Orc, and Gnomish. And maybe
Mm.
Thieves can't. I'm not entirely sure.
Hmm.
You're not a real thief.
Thieves can.
Can I find a squirrel that can speak to them?
So the one of the lizard folk kind of steps forward with a spear, not so much menacingly but confidently, and speaks to you, and it's kind of a garbled. Somebody give me some kind of check to try and recognize a language you do not speak.
I'm assuming
What
that would
type
be
of check would-
intelligence based
I think probably an intelligence check.
Uh-oh.
with disadvantage. 14.
All right. Etheline, you think that they are speaking Draconic.
Okay. Does anybody speak Draconic? I look around.
Do any of
I
you
speak
guys
El-
speak Common? There's a town like right down the road that mostly speaks
speak-
Common. It's called Common.
The lizard folk.
Orc. There we go.
The lizard folk kind of look around. They seem slightly less, they don't seem very aggressive, though they are surrounding you.
Oh, wait, I
Um,
speak Draconic.
Ooh.
What?
Do you?
Hey!
Draconic.
Because
You
Cool
try-
Cat was about to just try to communicate using the universal language of music
Dance.
with the pan
Okay,
flute.
Dance.
I've saved us from flute solos.
All right.
So
Gwendolyn,
far.
you-
Certain death.
You push Cool Cat out of the way and step forward.
No.
You are fluent in Draconic apparently, and you know
I
that
am.
this lizard folk has kind of said, "I am Biz. What are you people doing in our swamp?"
All right. So, I decided to translate back to my party, as well as talk with them.
Mhm.
So, what I do is I say, "Hey, they'd like to know what we're doing here."
Tell them that
And-
their boys got out of control and are killing humans as well as lizard folk.
And then I say what I tell the party is I'm going to tell these guys we had a run-in with lizard people who had a symbol on their head, and ask and see what their reaction is.
And I'm gonna,
Okay.
because Cool Cat is so charismatic, I'm going to stand next to her and help her or support her in any way, because I'm very
All right.
charismatic and strong with persuasion and intimidation.
Noted hype man. Cool.
So
Cat,
I'm
yes.
just Cool Cat is like,
Just waving those mascot hands.
Yep.
It's like jazz hands to the extreme.
I will stand off to the side, just kind of gesture towards them, as if to say, "This is Cool Cat.
Mhm.
There he is."
Cool
All right.
Cat.
Thank you.
All right. So I tell the lizard people we just encountered a party of 5 lizard people. They had this symbol carved into their foreheads. What do you are you familiar with them?
All right. I would like you to give me a diplomacy check, Wendiel, and I'm going to say you have advantage thanks to Cool Cat and others backing you up.
All right.
Does that
so,
balance off with the exhaustion?
Yeah, I'm going to say it's.
So,
yeah.
How do I do?
It's
a
not diplomacy in
check?
5e. It's
Oh, there's no
persuasion.
diplomacy. Yeah, persuasion.
Okay, so I do a persuasion.
Because at the very least, you're persuading them. Do not kill us right now.
Usually a choice between persuasion and deception.
And it's
Yeah.
advantage,
So-
so you got you roll twice and
Yeah,
take the
can't-
higher.
Well, it
I
can't.
roll twice and
Oh,
go higher.
All right, now
Just once.
Just once.
Okay, so I roll persuasion. Oh, I roll a 12.
All right. Well, they kind of look around at each other, and Biz says to you, "The people who did this, they are not of our tribe. I am sorry if they have hurt those who are of your people."
Mm-hmm.
Well, they ate them.
So I pass this on and I say, hey, they know them, but they're not affiliated with them. Do any of you have any questions you want me to ask, or shall I just go ahead and keep on asking my own
Maybe
questions here?
point out the dead lizard folk over there. See
Yeah.
if they know
Ask-
about that.
And ask if we can help.
Yeah, see if there are more of those guys. Gently let them know what we did to the ones we found.
That's why I said we encountered them. I didn't say what we did.
They attacked us first.
But so what I'm going to do is, I guess I have to do another persuasion roll.
No, you can. At this point, you have successfully persuaded them that you do not mean them harm. That you are having a conversation and not a fight. Could be a preamble to a fight, but it's not a fight.
All right. So what I'm going to do is point back to the bodies we saw back there and inspected, and say, are those of your people, and would you like us to help you bury them, or grieve your dead?
Biz looks around at his colleagues and he nods and says, "Yes, they are of our tribe. We will take them back to our village."
Mm-hmm.
Several of the lizard folk kind of break off from the group and go and are basically taking care of the 4 bodies and are preparing to transport them.
Mm-hmm. May we accompany you and grieve with you?
Yes, our chief would like to speak with you, I am thinking.
Can you ask them if they've got any coffee at their village?
Yes.
Oh boy, that's a great question. I am dragon,
Final-
guys.
Yeah.
Wait, Marky, I should be able to.
All my fur is wet.
I should be able to give you guys guidance to boost you a little bit.
Yeah, but that's only like once, one
Yeah.
at a time.
Yeah, and once
need
you're
a lot
tired,
of
you just get
guidance.
more and more tired. It's just this swamp.
Why don't I tell you what, guys in my party? Why don't we get to the village first, and then we'll see about coffee?
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's.
Fair.
All right.
And then I thank him for letting us come back to the village and offer and just and off we go.
All right.
If we see a McDonald's on the way, can we stop?
Yeah.
They have good
Black
coffee.
coffee.
Biz, that's Biz. Biz leads the way through the swampland. Seems like he's choosing kind of a winding path that's, frankly, a little bit more gentler for perhaps you non-swamp dwellers. Certainly drier than perhaps the direct path would have taken you. And you travel for a few miles and arrive on the edge of a lizard folk camp, which I should be loading you a map now. You're in the kind of bottom left corner of it. And there's not, I called it a camp, it's a village. It's kind of on a raised area it's kind of almost like an island within the swamp, a little bit rockier than the rest of the swamp. And there's a bunch of kind of thatch and mud huts built here. It looks like, and Biz kind of leads the way up through the village, a winding path toward what is probably the cabin of an elder who lives there. This looks like a pretty significant a village. There's various lizard folk kind of playing and working, and some of them look a little bit more military-minded, eyeing you, not, suspiciously, but certainly they are aware you are clearly the only non-lizard folk here in the village, and it seems like probably they don't get visitors regularly.
So it's the way people look at me every time I go anywhere.
Yeah. And so you are led up a path through the winding village. There's all kinds of nice little tree branch ramps across various parts, and it's nice. It looks like they're doing some cultivating some plants here as well. But there's a good, I don't know, at least 50 or more lizard folk that you can see just living here in this village in the middle of the swamp.
Do they have a giant hand?
They have no, as far as you can tell, this village is handless.
Oh, nice.
Automatically makes it suspect.
That's why it's a village. If it was a city, it would have a giant hand.
Yeah, that's the
That's the definition of a city.
Yeah,
Yep.
it's the official census definition. So since I'm the only one who can speak with them, what are the lizards like? Are they holding spears on us? Are they?
No, I mean they're kind of marching in formation with you, and certainly Biz is leading the way, and it's clear they are taking you to their elder, and there's they're not like, hey, stop and rummage through our neighborhood here, but they are not. You are not. I'd say you're being escorted, but you are not being frog marched at spear point, but certainly you are not kind of free to wander off, or at least that might be very conspicuous if you were to say, like, let's go check out what's going on in this hut over here. So eventually you arrive at a hut. It's the kind of highest up built hut. It looks like it's rather old. It's mud with a kind of a thatched roof made of reeds, and there is a kind of older graying lizard folk sitting kind of on it looks like almost like a rocking chair built out of twisted old gnarled branches, sitting there rocking on his, not exactly a front porch, but his front swamp. There are several tough, beefy looking lizard folk, probably his muscle, kind of hanging around and looking at him. He sees you all approaching and kind of nods at you in a kind of a friendly way. He speaks in common.
Oh, wow.
Pardon me if I do not get up. I am getting old.
Okay.
I am Elder Orith.
Was that it?
Yeah, I was like, do we introduce?
I am Elder Orith, druid of the Grey Trees clan. Welcome to our village.
I thank them as again back to being the charismatic one, since there's somebody who speaks common. I thank him and relay the story of the cultists that we found who killed a villager outside in the where we come from, and express my sadness that these people seem to have troubled his own tribe, and ask if he knows who they are and why they're doing what they're doing.
I know of these people. They are a small tribe, a tribe that fights with many other tribes. They are called the Swimming Snake Clan. It is said that they have been pushed further into the darkest parts of the swamp, and they have found and worship a deity that our lizard folk people have not worshipped in many, many generations.
Told you guys, cult.
A being known as the Hungerer, our Lord of 1,000 Mouths.
Ow.
They are ever hungry. I am sorry that they have caused you outsiders troubles, and I hope that you will not hold that against our peaceful lizard folk here.
Of course not, but we
have
are
had
worried
good
about
relations with Whitesparrow for very long.
Right. Well, we appreciate that. We're a little concerned that these guys made an attack into Whitesparrow. Has there been more activity with this group recently?
Some of our hunting parties have not returned.
Oh no.
Would you like us to go and look for them?
Any help you can provide would be graciously accepted by the Lizard Folk tribe, and the Grey Trees tribe would pay you well for such services.
Oh,
Well, we've discovered that it's really hard to get around the swamp areas. Do you have any advice or
guides?
or guides for getting through? Because we are absolutely pooped. I don't even know if I could make it to another location right now. This swamp sucks. I have a low charisma.
And Cool Cat steps in and says, for people of Whitesparrow such as us, obviously it's difficult.
I haven't seen a dumpling since we got here.
you guys are the Grey
the-
Trees tribe, and those people are the Swimming Snake Clan.
The swamp is the all-giving mother of our people. Perhaps you have just not learned to appreciate her ways.
I think that's accurate.
What's
Perhaps,
the difference between a tribe and a clan?
well, a
Maybe
clan
they
is
have bad
usually
relationships
size.
with their mothers. I just don't know.
Mm.
A clan is bigger than a tribe?
No, a tribe is bigger than a clan.
Oh, okay.
So there are multiple clans that go into the tribe.
And we have no affiliation with the swimming.
How big is the
There are
Swimming
many.
Snake Clan? If
So
we
wait,
have
I'm
to,
really confused as the difference between clan and tribe here.
how many people
it
are in
like
the Swimming
mostly
Snake Clan?
psychological?
And if we have to kill all of them, is that a problem?
The last I knew, there were less than 20 of them.
Okay, well, there's
they-
less than 15 now.
And they are at war.
Break it to them gently.
They are at war with all the other clans and tribes within the Great Swamp.
All right, we would Cool Cat's going to try to take control of this conversation again.
Nice try, Cool Cat.
Yeah.
If only we had an experience trying to interrupt Cool Cat or the person who plays him while he tried to keep things back on track.
Cool Cat would like we would definitely. I'm going to reinforce what Etheline said. We would love your help or advice in terms of navigating the swamp because we're bad at it, and we also would, if you don't mind, we're happy to help. We are going to need to rest because we are so bad at the swamp that we are exhausted.
We are speaking with the other tribes and clans to deal with the swimming snakes and their troublesome behaviors, but it has been complicated to agree on a consensus for how best to deal with them. It may be many days or weeks or perhaps months before there is a coordinated attack on them. In the meantime, Biz can take you to their headquarters if that is of interest to you.
We would love that.
I can also offer you a nourishment that we harvest from the swamp itself that may be able to help with some of your ills.
Love that too. Thank you.
Some of
coffee.
some of the lizard folk bring out like a steaming cauldron of blackish brown liquid that they start pouring into kind of clay bowls that are a
It is
little bit
swamp
more.
coffee.
We call this coffee.
Yay!
Fascinating.
How many sides are there in coffees?
Coffee.
4. I am unsure of what effects it will have on you outsiders.
I drink some.
So, okay.
Yeah, I taste it. I'll taste it.
I drink some too.
This tastes
All right.
terrible.
If you are drinking the coffees, please make a Constitution saving throw.
Sure.
Oh, okay.
You can wait to see the effect on other people.
Yeah,
before
Cool
you
Cat
drink
is
it.
waiting.
I'm going to do that. I'm a healer, so I want to.
I rolled a
not to
20.
20.
I rolled a 3.
Oh no!
Let's see what happens.
Um,
Good
Maybe
range
it
of
doesn't work
results.
well with barbarians.
Let's step back from.
oh gosh. So,
What? You gave us this.
yep.
This is on your hands.
So, Ethylene, you rolled a 20.
Correct.
You are cured of exhaustion. You feel great.
This stuff tastes terrible, but I actually feel okay.
Samson, what'd you roll?
I also rolled a 20.
You feel great. You're just jazzed with energy. Krong, you rolled a
3.
You have like a momentary spike of energy and then immediately come crashing back down. Welcome to level 2 of exhaustion.
Oh no!
Oh no!
This is the best drink I have ever had in my life.
Krong, you will continue to have disadvantage on ability checks. Your speed is also halved.
Okay.
You're really tired.
Worth it.
Gwendil, were you going to drink? Or...
No,
Cool.
No.
Cool.
I'm not.
Cool Cat's drinking.
All right, Constitution check.
You
Great.
can't
Let's get
stop a
Cool Cat some energy.
13.
You feel better. You are no longer exhausted.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Krong, your belly is not good.
So I'm going to be slowly plodding after
Well,
everybody as they
since-
walk through.
Yeah.
Since it seems that it's going to be weeks until the tribes agree on anything, perhaps we need to take a long rest here too.
So basically, he is saying he cannot send like his full forces until they figure out negotiations. But yeah,
Now let's go take care of this.
Well, because we
got
can't
this.
with Krong exhausted, we need to unless he can drink some more of the
I'm
stuff.
fine. I'm fine. Let's go.
You're not fine.
I believe him.
I promise you I'm great.
Trust me, I'm a cleric. I know these things. You're not fine.
If he says
I'm a
he's fine,
bugbear.
I
We have
think he's
different
fine.
anatomies.
he says vomitingly.
We do this all the time.
I'm,
okay,
I'm
no, I'm-
really proficient
Cool
at
Cat says,
medicine.
I swear to God, I'm fine.
I'm very tired and could use a nap. How about we take a rest here before,
Let's take a
Chief?
rest.
Is that okay? Could we sleep here and then Biz can lead us there in the morning?
I would like to offer you a meal and further hospitality, but the other tribes are coming soon, and some of them may not take kindly to outsiders. For
Yeah,
your
you can't-
safety, it would be best if you leave within the hour.
Okay.
Samson wasn't going to be sleeping anyway after drinking that.
Yeah,
you guys
right. I
are
was
real
just like,
hospitable.
Woo!
We're just running round and round the little building.
I'm fine. I'm just walking a little slow, and I'm just a little. No, I'm still
Drink another
100%.
one.
I'm still 100% at my vicious murdering, which is all I, as a bugbear, am good for. Let's go.
One of the other lizard folk brings out it's kind of like a tray, or at least a really flat rock, and it's got it's got a bunch of
A serving rock, absolutely.
yeah, a serving rock, and it's got a bunch of like little vegetarian finger sandwiches on it, and they're swamp delicacies.
Oh,
Maybe if you drink another cup of the coffees, you
Are
can go
lizard
back
folk
up to.
vegetarian?
I'm going to, since I don't get to rest with you, I'm going to try the coffee.
All right,
So
give me
It's
a
great.
Constitution check,
you're gonna love it.
check.
It's a Constitution saving throw, right?
saving throw. Yes.
4.
Oh
Yeah.
no, you are you have a momentary spike of energy, Gwendil, and then it kind of crashes, and you also have your speed
Oh
halved.
no. Oh no.
Yeah, it's got that kind of aftertaste in the back of your brain.
Mm. So you have made it to the lizard folk village. You have parlayed with the elder of the Gray Trees tribe. You have learned a lot about inter-tribe, inter-clan lizard folk politics, and you have secured an important scout who can lead you to the Swimming Snake clan, who may be our titular flesh eaters. Probably they are. Will you journey there without a day's rest? Will you drink more of this powerful concoction known as coffee is? And what fate awaits you at the headquarters of the Swimming Snake Clan for answers to questions such as these. Continue listening to Total Party Kill. The end. Do-do-do.
Vegetarian
Okay.
sandwiches.
Waiting
It's
for this.
interesting.
Yeah.
So these are not flesh eaters.
No, you're the flesh eaters.
Oh, it's the vegetarian thing's a nice cute.
Interesting.
Yeah, you guys started out with savory dumplings. So you're the monsters.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh my god.
Somebody has a monster complex.
Shut up about it.
We have
Are
one
we gonna
monster
play-
complex, one Napoleon complex. We're collecting
And
more.
one whatever the opposite of a Napoleon.
I wanted to
complex is.
check. Are we playing more today? How much more? Probably not that much more. But did we want to do another episode today? How are people doing?
I was thinking of keeping it to 2 today.
Okay.
That's fine with me.
Fine with that.
Okay.
I feel like I'm learning. I can make a chart now where it's like hour 1, some remembering, but we're pretty good. Hour 2, we're on it. Hour 3 begins to flag.
Yeah.
Hour 4, a disaster. So
Hour
Yeah.
4, what we call the low definition effect.
yeah,
I don't do hour 4 anymore. I'm not in
No.
the hour 4 business.
no,
Right.
And since we've got the next couple Sundays scheduled, I feel like maybe let's not ruin it by pushing our luck.
Will people be same time, same place? I can say bye to the live stream if you
Yeah.
want.
Oh, yeah,
Live
okay.
stream bootleg.
Yeah.
Bye,
That's
live
it for
stream.
today.
Goodbye,
Next time.
Drink some
friends.
coffees.
We decided